Take two, yeah, definitely. I have no idea what's going on with YouTube at the moment. For some reason it's saying that the chat's disabled on my end. Except I'm seeing it in the launcher. What is going on with YouTube, man? It's a lot better, is it? Ah, right, okay, I've got the chat back. Can close that. There we go, take two. I do apologise about that slight malfunction of on YouTube's end there. Right, so we should be able to get started. I'm just gonna sort out a couple more things today. Just gotta. People are gonna get endless notifications if I don't delete them previous little bits of streams, so I've got to quickly delete them. This time it was YouTube. Well, it was a mixture of both messing on. They don't get along together very well. Okay, that's all done. Right, we should get started now because that took forever. So we will quickly get started. We'll get ground power on, batteries on.
Gatwick clearance delivery Airbus Alpha Sierra
X-ray started.
IFR to Dublin, ready to copy.
I forgot to change me call sign as well.
Alpha Sierra X-ray 320 is cleared to Dublin Airport as filed. Take off runway 26 left climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure frequency is 118.4.
Right, 6,000 feet. We're only going to be doing a cruise altitude of 18,000 a day.
X-ray 320 cleared to Dublin Airport as filed.
Squawk
Take off
07.
runway 26 left climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure on 118.475 squawk 0762.
There we go. APU's coming on. We'll get the fuel pumps on. We're not gonna do with boarding because I haven't got enough time to deal with boarding, so we'll just crack on with it. We're doing pushback already. Jesus, come on. There's a chance. Right, we'll get our beacon wing nav. Them on. Can't get the seatbelts on still, unfortunately. We don't need external power. We shall put APU bleed on. Ready to start the engines. Make sure they're in idle. And they are. Push, get rid of that part and brake. Right, and then we'll put these in start. Start engine number 1. There we go. We'll just close this for now. And we'll get a nice... Whoops. Let's go for a nice engine shot here.
Gatwick ground Airbus
You well able
Sierra
launch?
X-ray
Nice.
320 requesting the end of pushback. Airbus Alpha Sierra
Robert.
320 request to end pushback.
We'll rob you of all your worries, yeah. Well, I mean, after that,
Gatwick ground Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray 320 with Golf ready to taxi IFR. Airbus Alpha
yesterday's landing was phenomenal. If you haven't seen that video that I posted last night, the stream I did last night, the landing was brilliant. Butter, absolute butter.
Taxi to and hold short runway 26 left via taxiway Juliet.
You lost
Airbus
video.
320.
Is it back? Is it working? Should be working. There's the bark. We'll get number 2 started. We haven't got time to mess around today. We've got to literally get cracking. Did he give us an altimeter? No, he did not yet. What kind of planes do you get from Standard Edition? This is included in Standard Edition, the A320. You also get quite a few others. Most of them you get in the standard, so it's worth just get. If you're thinking about getting standard, I would just get the Game Pass, because then you're only paying about £1 for your first month. So it is well worth it. Right. Next. Taxi light. Yep, today we've got to do a quick flight, so there's no messing around. This is Ryanair style. We've got to get it done Ryanair style. We've got to be, you know, in the air and out of the air as quick as we can today. No messing about. No time for messing about. We're only a tiny distance from the runway as well, which is even better. It's going to help us out even more with our quick flight today. You get the 747. I do believe you get the 747 with standard. Also, for short flights, you can do whatever flights you want. It's really entirely up to you. If I became a pilot, I would love to become a pilot in real life. I'd absolutely love it. Oh, what is the chances of getting straight onto the runway here? That was great odds, great odds. Right, we'll get our flaps set. Whoops. Veering a little bit. We'll get our flight director on, auto throttle armed. That's what we'd like to see. We'll set the engines back to normal. APU bleed and APU come off. We don't need them anymore. And we're holding short of runway. Should get straight clearance. Yeah, wow.
Gatwick Tower Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20 at runway 26 left, ready for takeoff IFR to Dublin. Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20 cleared for takeoff runway 26 left.
Strobes we'll just put into auto. It should figure it out itself.
Cleared for takeoff runway
Take
26
off,
left,
landing
Airbus
lights
Alpha
on.
Sierra X-ray tree 20.
Clear for departure. Right, we'll arm the speed brakes. Set auto brakes to max. And we're just going to punch it straight out the gate. Look at that for a turnaround, eh? And there we go, Toga. This is live weather as well. So we've got live weather on here. Live time, live weather. Straight out of Gatwick here. Positive rate, gear up. Put it into climb mode for the throttle. Engage the autopilot. Oh, will we engage the autopilot? Yeah, we'll keep the autopilot on for now. It seems to be doing okay.
X-ray tree 20 is climbing through 800 feet for 6,000 feet.
I'll keep the flaps down until it figures out what it's doing.
London Center, continue to Mike India Delta as planned. Altimeter 29.905.
Get that throttle up, please, autopilot. Oh my god, is the autopilot going to stall?
Airbus tree 20, your transponder appears inoperative or malfunctioning. Reset squawk 0762.
Transponder should be on. Why is the transponder not on? Auto, there we go. Right, now we're getting proper speed, readout and everything. Everything is okay with the autopilot, kind of. We are... Why is the autopilot so messed up, man? Why is it so messed up? Sorry for not reading the chat, I am just concentrating at the moment, trying to get everything to work and make sure we're not going to crash like normal. Right, what does ATC want? Reset it. It is already 07.
Airbus 320, your transponder appears inoperative or malfunctioning. Reset squawk 0762.
There we go. It should be working. Should be. $6,000 please. Right, anyway, let's zoom out of this. And I'll take a quick glance at the comments. You want to do flight with me? Oh, I'm a bit pushed for time, so I had to hurry up and get into the sky, unfortunately. Sorry about that. We'll do the next one as a group flight. That would be cool. Community airport. Nice. Yeah, that would be cool. Wonderful takeoff, yeah. Apart from the autopilot, it's... 180, which is our cruise anyway, so that is going to be our final...
Climb and maintain flight level 180, Airbus 320.
There we go. Right. What edition do I have? Thanks to the lovely folks at Microsoft, I have the premium edition. They were very kind enough to provide us with that copy. Do a drift while landing. It's not really called drift, it's a crab, but you've got to have strong wind for that, and this is live weather, so I can't really control the wind. You're getting a joystick to play a nice foxtrot, thank you. How many flight years experience? In real life, 0. In Flight Sim World, I've got about 4,000 hours or something like that. But in this sim, everything's totally different, so I'm going to go with 0 again. Samyak, I appreciate if you don't spam the chat, so I've had to put you in a timeout. Apologies, but it's not nice. Right, we'll get our altimeter into standard. Right, so hopefully we're going to be on time, because I'm very pushed for time here for this stream. I thought I would chuck in a little stream just so I can chat to you guys and, you know, fly a little bit, because I just love flying in this sim. It's absolutely amazing. And this weather is spot on. Like, I can look out the window. I mean, it's a bit worse up north, but London is like this at the moment, so this live weather is pretty accurate to a point. Oh, and I tell you what, you know what always happens, so we'll get the ice on, the anti-ice, because at the minute it's a little bit buggy, I think. Well, if Shami wanted a shout out, then, you know, it's not really going to do much on my channel, to be honest. It's not like I've got 1 million subscribers, is it? And if he does it again, then he'll just get banned, so, you know. Whoops. Windows laptop be able to run the game? I'm not quite sure. You'll have to look at the specs of that. Compare it to my specs, and then if it's any good to my specs, then you know what's going to run it at a fairly decent rate. Today I'm getting some really bad spikes. I don't know what it is. I'm getting some really bad spikes. Love the Neo plane. Yeah, the A320 is absolutely awesome. I love flying this thing. Even when I'm not streaming, I just put a flight on, watch some telly, and then land it. It's cool. You're not able to get the game. That is a shame. Am I going to be doing regular videos? Yes, I'm hopefully going to be doing very regular videos. So if you do like it and you're not subscribed, then please do. Be cool. Be a good help. I don't think the A320 does have that much does cause that much lag. I haven't tried the 7347, but the Airbus seems to be pretty good at the moment. It's just the autopilot that needs some fixing. How do I think I think if I was in a Neo, an actual training simulator, I think all the trainers watching us and everything would put a lot too much pressure on, and I'd probably freak out. But I think I could manage it a little bit. The stream's lagging, is it? It's fine. Okay. As long as it's fine now. You know what OBS is like. It's just can't decide whether to work or not sometimes. I'll actually show you the flight plan. I haven't showed you the flight plan yet. So here we go. It's quite a short flight from London Gatwick over the top of Wales and then straight in to Dublin on runway 27, I believe it is. 28, runway 28. So yeah, it's quite an easy flight plan there. So that is good. We'll probably start descending at Dublin, I believe. We'll probably start descending. I would assume so anyway. Fine now. Alright, okay. Yeah, I seen that mark about the it's kind of like the Zebo of the Airbus world. It's kind of like the Zebo mod for Flight Sim 2020, which I think will be cool to have a proper working computer, because at the minute I don't see the point of inputting anything in here, because it's just not working the way it's meant to work. So it kind of just a little bit disappointing, so I don't bother going through that. And the same with the systems here. I'd quite like it if it came up with a little takeoff checklist like it normally would, but as I say, it's things to come, and it's only little things that I just really aren't that worried about at the minute. You're a big thanks. Well, Please appreciate not to spam. Will I put videos in the future, not live streams? Yeah, probably. If I'm doing like longer flights or something, I'll probably just record the take off, a little bit cruise and landing and stuff like that. But I think streams seem to do a lot better. When I post pre-recorded videos, it doesn't really get as much attention as streams do. Going past Wales where you live, nice. Not like we can see much, but yeah. Chad, the PC specs are in the description. What level of graphics? It's a mixture between medium and high. Make a mobile app, yeah, so you can get the tablet here. That would be a cool feature, so you can get your graphs on and stuff, because at the minute I'm only running one monitor on the computer, so I can't really get my graphs up, which is a shame. Not to a degree that you can in X-Plane, where it actually tracks you and everything. That is phenomenal. Time for you to sleep. Apologies for the late flight at your end. Hope you have a good night's sleep. Good night. Sam, please keep comments relative if you can, please. I do appreciate it. Dollar Gaming, shout out isn't really worth much on my channel, to be honest, so there's not really any point asking for one. You're a big fan, okay. That's awesome. I hope you are subscribed. So let's check where we are in relation to things, because we are. I'm looking at the clock and I need to. It's pushing it for time, really. I think I'm actually going to request. Whoops. I think I'm going to request cruise altitude increase by 4,000. We'll get up to 24,000, so we can have a little bit extra speed.
Airbus 320 climb and maintain flight level 220.
We'll get a little bit high.
Climb and maintain flight level 220 Airbus 320.
There we go. It's going to be a little bit better for us. We'll probably just have to start descending as soon as we get to that height, but at least we're going to have a bit more of a ground speed. English, if I speak it. We did put our spoilers away, yeah, we did. And everything is good. Hi man, how's it going? Hi David, how's it going? Hello from Sunderland to Newcastle. What's the altitude? I am currently at, I'm climbing 22,000 feet, which is our cruise now. We've just assigned a new cruise because just to pick up that ground speed a little bit. We have got a headwind as well, so it's a little worrying whether I'm going to do this in time. What is the thoughts on DCS flight sim? I mean, if military planes and stuff are what you're into, then course it's absolutely phenomenal for that kind of thing. But I'm more into the commercial side, flying GA aircraft, flying airlines. So, you know, I don't really tend to play with that. Play on that, sorry.
Airbus 320 contact Manchester Centre on 118.775.
I don't know if we're going to make this in time. I've literally got to leave the house soon, and I don't know if we're going to make it.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray 320 Manchester Centre, continue to mission as planned.
I think it should be okay. We should get there okay, I think. Hopefully. I mean, it did say that was only going to be a 35-minute flight. But whether or not that's true, that's another issue, because we did have some problem with the OBS not starting properly. Have I played X-Plane? Yes, I've played X-Plane 11 for many years now. And since I got this, I have not played it since. My PC I bought quite a long time ago, and slowly over the years I've just upgraded parts. When I can, I just get whenever I can. What's my flight sim setup? The specs for the computer in the description, and then for the joystick I have a Thrustmaster 16000. 1600, 16,000, whichever one it is. And I also have a high-tech throttle quadrant for the throttles, which is very old and it's a little bit glitchy, so the poor thing doesn't work for flaps anymore. I can only use it for the throttle, because otherwise the flaps just start clicking in and out, click, 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 click. And it's so annoying, so I just leave it. I just don't touch the third one. Hey man, thoughts on Microsoft Flight Simulator 20? It is phenomenal. It's beyond my expectations, to be honest. It's very buggy and it has its quirks, but for what you're getting for the price, it is absolutely phenomenal. Clouds are awesome. Yeah, the clouds are awesome. That is probably one of my favourite parts of the whole sim, is the clouds. I know some people don't like them, some people think they look like cotton candy, but personally I think they're a brilliant addition. And the way the light rays go through them and everything. I also forgot when I put it on live whether that there is pretty much a storm going on, so we've got crazy amounts of wind. So yeah, that's why we've got such high wind. Ooh, look at that. Getting pushed around there. Where do I live? I'm from the northeast of England. I really thought I'd have more time to do this flight. It's a little worrying. I'm not gonna lie. It is a little worrying whether I'm gonna have real life time to do this flight. Goddamn OBS messing things up. Let's have a look here. We are quite a ways away, aren't we? Quite a ways away. If needs be, if we do start getting pushed for time, then I'll use the travel mode and skip a little bit of the flight so we can get the landing in. Sorry Sam, if you're gonna have to calm down in the chat a little bit. Oh, the joys of YouTube, the joys of YouTube. $720p. Ooh. I don't think the difference between 720p and 1080p are actually a big difference. Windowed mode makes it actually less optimal. So you're actually better off putting it in full screen. Um, 720p without streaming, I'd probably get about 40 FPS. Right now at 1080 and streaming, I'm getting between 25 and 35, and that's in 1080p on my relatively potato PC. Yeah, we're actually not gonna. We're about halfway, so I think we will get there in time. Hopefully. Should be fine. It is a nice day, even though it says on the weather that we're meant to be getting this storm. It's not a lot of storm clouds. I don't know whether it's mostly Scotland that's getting the front end of it, and Northern Ireland, but everything seems fine at the moment. Yeah, 25, 35. I think outside, to be honest, I'm getting about 30 to 40 FPS outside. Outside is a lot better. It is a lot faster. Inside the cockpit is when I get 25 to 35, which you can see a little bit of jitter every now and again. But it's when I'm not streaming, I don't get any of this, so for me, just playing on my own, it is perfect. I couldn't ask for any better, really, and there's no point turning down the graphics anymore because it runs great. You see that? Pocket of air. Yeah, so we're not actually that far away, to be honest. We're only 120 nautical miles. I think it would have been a lot quicker if we didn't have this kind of headwind pushing us back. So we'd probably already be on our descent by now. But I think it won't be long till we are starting to descend. Because Lipgo. We're meant to be at 7,000 feet, so we will get instructions fairly soon, I do believe, to start our descent. Which today we're just going to follow along with ATC as again. Just while autopilot needs improvement. Good day and good night from down under. Nice. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining the stream. You meant to get a CPL? Alright, okay. What is my favourite plane? It has to be the Airbus. I spent a lot of time on the tallest A319, so the Airbus is the best addition to the game, I feel, for myself personally. But I also do like Cessna. Just flying around with the Cessna and the Piper is a lot of fun. We are going into a bit of a heavier cloud here. What's the weather saying on this? That's fairly clear. Fairly clear, to be honest. That is a pretty clear weather radar for where we're heading anyway. That is a nice feature. I do like the weather radar. That's cool to have. It's Sam, if you don't apologies, but if you don't stop spamming the chat, I am going to have to just remove you from the chat. You've already had 2 timeouts, so kind of your final warning. Apologies. That's the way it has to be. Right, so I'm wondering when we are going to get some instructions here, because they don't want to give us anything, do they? Not yet. We've already passed the mark where they told us to continue as planned. Well, I guess they're just going off a different system than this. Once we get a little bit closer, we'll put the ILS information on as well. So we should be able to fly the ILS on this at Dublin, which will be good. Wake turbulence. I'm not sure, because I haven't really played much with AI traffic on, so haven't really experienced it. In multiplayer, I don't think it's simulated. Blue Angels, hi, how's it going? Headline and flying, yeah, Rob Air. But I forgot to change the call sign, so we're not currently Rob Air today. I would love someone to design as a livery for this with Rob Air on it. That would be awesome. I did try and do one myself, but I was totally lost in the file system and had no idea what was happening with them, so I kind of just left it at that. But I am just flying currently the default. I don't feel like the livery pack that was released is to a higher standard as this. That's why I keep using the default, because I feel like this texture is just a lot higher standard. Obviously, with it being default, it is going to be. Thank you very much for subscribing, Blue Angel. Very much appreciated. Oh, we are really pushing it for time in real life. In real life time. Oh my god. We are pushing it. think what we might have to do here... Approach? Why is it saying approach is over there? That is not approach. Why is it saying approach is over there? Well, that's a bug, obviously, isn't it? I can't even... I could pick one of these markers. I don't know. I don't know if I want to skip time, though. It would be a shame to have to skip time. Can't afford a good PC. Ah, well, FSX is as good as any, to be honest, so don't worry about it. Tourism, thank you very much for the subscribe. Very appreciated again. Why am I not using the livery pack? That is because I feel like the standard texture is a lot higher quality, so I just like it better. Until they release a proper pack, I think it's just a lot better. I've used the EasyJet one and it just seemed a little too unrealistic. It was too much, I don't know. There was just something about it I wasn't keen on, so that's why I'm not using the livery pack. Right, I think we are getting pushed for time in real time, which is because of OBS crashing and everything, so I think we are going to have to skip a little bit. Going to have to skip a little bit because I am going to have to leave soon, and I don't want to end the flight without landing. Hopefully we won't be too close to the runway. So apologies everyone that is watching. OBS screwed us up a little bit, so we're a bit behind schedule. So we have to jump forward a little bit. This is not something I'll be doing any other time. It's just for today. Hi, how's it going? I'm good, and we are flying safe. 216 feet. Right, hang on. What is going on here? Right. Let's get a hold of the situation. I want autopilot on. Approach mode. We'll get it in approach mode so it knows where we're going, and that is a lot better there. Right, we'll get everything started since skip time and everything's gone a little weird. Flaps are already full. Why are we already at full flaps? It's a little bit soon to be at full flaps. We haven't even got visual. And now we've got visual there. That is good. But I suppose if you are in a rush and you've got that feature to skip time, then that is a good little feature, but we will not be using it any other time. Or throttle. Come on. There we go. This totally messes up when you travel in timeline, doesn't it? Definitely. Can a non-FS 2020 player build liveries for you? I do believe you can. I am not 100% sure on that. You'll have to check that out. What is it doing? Are we going to space? Jesus. Okay, I'm cutting that autopilot off. That is mental. Let's get all this autopilot off because that is absolutely crazy what that was doing there. Right, we are landing on the left runway, aren't we? Whoops. Getting some stutters as well.
Airbus 320 cleared to land runway 28. Follow the Airbus A20N on final. Wind 274 at 22.
Right, we'll get full flaps now.
Cleared to land runway 28 Airbus 320.
Get a little bit of height, catch up on that glide slope. Hopefully we'll butter this. There we go, catching up on that. Autopilot is really screwy. Autopilot is connected and doing the controls. No, he should not be. There we go. It's not. He's turned off. He's only managing comms. That was totally the autopilot messing up the plane there.
1000.
Now concentrate on bringing it in. Get over to the right a little. We've got good lights. Two white, two red, that's what we want.
500.
Dropping a little fast. Does become a little unwieldy when we're low to the ground. That's what I've noticed about this Airbus. Does become a little floaty.
100.
Too high, way too high.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard 5.
Oh, that was hard. But we'll take it. It's a landing. A landing's a landing. A landing won't walk away from is a landing.
Airbus 320 exit runway when able.
Yeah, I think that is that same guy. Right, we'll exit the runway here. I should really be leaving the house right now. Not good.
Airbus 320 contact ground on 121.8.
I'm going to be so late for me appointment.
Going to 121.8 Airbus 320.
So it's a good job we did skip that time. You could do better. Yeah, go check up the me last video. That's how much better I can do. That was absolute butter, that last video. Right, but anyway guys, I am going to have to cut short here and we'll taxi in